If you love yourself, it's time you start eating healthy, because not eating healthy actually is the real root cause of diseases. I mean, talking of healthy life, because eating healthy is not just about eating, but also other lifestyles. And so, if you actually love yourself, it's time you start a healthy life, eating healthy foods. And it's not even very, very expensive. They're not expensive. Why this conclusion? Now, something happened during the week that brought about this stronger conviction, because I've been a fan of healthy foods, living healthy, and all of that. Of course, this is healthy food place, as you all know. And so, during the week, I began to eat one of the very healthy foods. Natural foods are healthy foods. Seasonal foods are healthy foods, because there is a reason why that food came out of the season and out that time. And so I encourage you that whenever a food is in season, you should take advantage of that food. Enjoy it, but with caution also, because moderation has ever remained our rule here. And so I began to consume papaya fruit. We know, for those of us in Nigeria, papaya fruit is in season now. And so I began to, enjoy it. It's good in the morning, consumed especially with the seeds. And so I began to consume this papaya fruit. And we know it's one of the foods that are high in sugar. And so guess what? I began to enjoy this food. It deals with constipation, helps you with beautiful skin, and several other things. Of course, the temptation to overdo it will always be there, because it's very, very tasty, and it's high in water too. And so it went. Each morning I was using it most times for my breakfast, having it in season, and then chewing with the seeds. This is also not in the absence of some of my rituals, like taking some herbal teas. It is expected normally that the blood sugar of someone who is either pre-diabetic or diabetic will be rising with such, consistently eating it for breakfast, having it for breakfast. I mean, after water therapy. But guess what? The blood sugar, I was actually testing it for 3 whole days. It never got up to 80. As a matter of fact, this morning, it was 67. Yesterday, it was about either 68, 69. As a matter of fact, 3 days ago, it was actually 59 or thereabout, which made me start eating normally, just enjoying myself. And what does that tell us, or tell me in particular? Sugar in our natural foods may not actually be the problem, as we often accuse it. The problem of people having sicknesses, diseases, and all of that, most of them could be traced to processed foods. Because if you are an older adult and you take or consume bread, within 3 days, your blood sugar will be rising. And even if you are not a diabetic, you will notice inflammatory responses. And so by the time you take out these foods, these processed foods, these trans fats, refined table salt, and several other foods that I classify as unhealthy foods, you will soon discover that those culprits that we were accusing before as being the cause of the disease, they seem not to be the real culprits. The real culprits are actually in the type of food we consume. Natural foods, consumed in moderation, especially seasonal foods, they don't seem to be the problem, my dear. And so we may need to go back and stop robbing ourselves of God-given healing foods to help us restore our health. reverse inflammations. And what exactly are the things that begins to happen when you start eating healthy? Number one thing that begins to happen is your body will take notice of it. I want to give you 4 things. Number one is that your body will take notice of it. Your body behaves like a living organism, the entire body, and will begin to adjust and heal. That's number 2 is that your inflammatory responses, which were on the go before, will start to reverse. And when that happens, most diseases begins to go back, including high blood sugar, high blood pressure, insomnia, and several other ailments. Number 3 things that happen is that you begin to experience quality energy. Yes, when you start eating healthy, most of you are usually weak and tired because you don't even understand the importance of eating healthy. It's going to save you a whole lot of troubles, diseases, and it's going to save you, a lot. That's number 3. Number 4 is going to switch your body to the healing process. Yes, your body begins to heal. Most of you are sick, not knowing that you're sick. Most of you are already having ulcers, internal ulcers, not knowing. All of us, we're in it together. And so, by the time you start eating healthy, these things begin to heal. If you are very smart and vigilant, like I do, or you are always listening to your body, honestly, you will notice when some healings are taking place. I do observe it when I feel something like itching. Internal itching. That not itching like scratching, but something like that sweetness, like when a wound is about to heal. Sometimes it begins to itch. That last itching, not the itching that, when you are scratching profusely and over time it starts bringing rashes and the water and all of that. No, there is a mild form of itching that comes with healing, certain healing. And so you begin to feel it around certain place of your body, and then your stomach and all of that. Immediately you start eating healthy. It's an obvious indication that those places were injured without your knowing it, and healing is beginning to take place. And I'm going to add a 5th one for those of you who are, watching to the end. Your brain begins to, package very well. When I say package very well, begins to function at the optimal point. Your reasoning and everything. Because when you don't eat healthy, you don't understand the havoc that goes on in your body. The havoc that is being wreaked in your body. And so, if you want to know more about healthy foods and which foods are actually healthy foods, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, because that's exactly what I'm here for, and will be telling you. Remember, I'm your host. Grace Enemade is my name. Click the subscription button, and thank you for watching.